Hey ACG family, I'm making this for Miss Daisy. She asked me a question about me using colloidal silver to mix my HCG with, and also about the expiration date. The reason why I use colloidal silver, when I first went on HCG, I was kind of following Mama Cluck's recipe that she used, and she used the colloidal silver and B12 liquid to mix up her sublingual. And then I did some research and had found out that some people were also using vodka. And they were using the vodka to first mix to activate the HCG, to melt that little pill there in the bottom. And then they were adding either colloidal silver, they were adding B12, or they were adding distilled water, and so different stuff like that. So I didn't start doing the colloidal silver using that until I kind of stopped using the vodka, and it worked well. I mean, I didn't have any hunger or anything like that. Then the thing came out about using the solution water that actually came with the HCG that everybody was discarding when they opened up the box and weren't using it at all. Well, there was a lady that was on the, I forgot what it was. Anyway, she was talking about using the solution with it because that's what came with it. Use what came with, came with the HCG from the manufacturer. So, that's what everybody started doing. Now, if you're doing it sublingual, of course, people were starting to go ahead and buy extra solution, not just to use the 1 milliliter or 2 milliliter solution that came with it to mix it, but they were also going to the drugstore and getting the rest of solution. So they might do, 1 milliliter of the solution that came with the product and doing the rest and saline solution, I believe, and something else too, to go ahead and finish that off. Well, I started using the solution that came with the product, and then just decided I was just going to cap it off with the colloidal silver. I mean, we use colloidal silver, we take it, and it's really good for you, but I only wind up using, because what I ordered, the last one that I had that was left over, it had an expiration date on it, I do believe, for the year 2013. But the problem was when I first got the 5,000 IUs, I was sharing that. So you've got two people using that 5,000 IUs, which is 15 milliliters that adds up. It goes away faster. Well, I wasn't, now it's just me using it, so it's kind of lasting longer. So I don't know if the strength was getting a little bit weak, but the expiration date did say it was 2013, I believe. I threw the box away. Now the other solution that I ordered, and it also too was the Hugog. It was this one right here, and this is pre-mixed. So it's pre-mixed with already 1 milliliter of the solution in it. So all we have to do is just go ahead and add the 14 milliliters of the colloidal silver. I don't use the vodka anymore. What was one thing about using the vodka, which I only used like 1 or 2 milliliters of it, is that you can kind of, when you put that under your tongue, you kind of can tell when it's kind of dissipated and it's been absorbed under your tongue. So, so we just stopped using it because they were talking about using the solution being better for it and not breaking down the power of the HCG. So that's kind of what I did. Now, I bought this a while back, also. The expiration date on this it says February the 13th. There's actually two dates. There's 0311 and there's 0213. So where it says 0311, I cannot read whatsoever, and I had my daughter look at it, and she said it doesn't say anything. It's just like little, I don't know what it is. Anyway, like I said, there was talk about if you buy the premix, and the only reason why I got the premix is because they were out of the other. But when I had already ordered it. It hadn't gotten here yet, and then people were talking about maybe it's losing its strength because here I'm, you know, you're holding it in the refrigerator. I keep it in the box in the refrigerator. I don't freeze it. And so I was kind of concerned about it. So that's why I went ahead and did a pregnancy test on it to make sure it had strength. Now, my other one that had been left over, which I probably had it in there, I would say a year, almost a year, maybe not quite. When I did, and when I tested that, it was the cross was very faint on it. When I tested this, the new, it was like it showed up very quickly in seconds before the 2-minute mark had actually showed a line in it. So anyway, as far as ordering, you know, Miss Daisy and getting, you know, a bunch of it and getting set, if I had it to do maybe all over, when I order my next, I might go ahead and just order the 2000 I use. So that way I'll be going through it quicker instead of doing the 5000 I use. So that way I don't have it to where it's kind of losing its strength. Like I said, I didn't start getting hungry until last night and a little bit of the day before, and then I woke up, though, this morning, and I hadn't taken a dose last night. I wasn't hungry. So anyway, maybe it's just me with getting my mental brain wrapped around being able to get up and fry me some eggs or eat cheese or eat bigger protein, that kind of thing. So I don't know. But I hope that answers your question. I think it lasts, you know, I mean, I've had this because I decided to use that other bottle. I had 2 bottles. I had 2 bottles of the old one that I used first. So it did fine. I wasn't hungry. So I hope that answers your question. This, like I said, the silver, I just picked to use that. It's good, and I didn't want to go ahead and get saline solution or whatever you could get at the store, and you can use that, and it works just as well. But I would highly recommend. I've only had this brand too, by the way. I know there's other brands out there, but this is the one that I had from the very beginning when I first did a round, and it worked fine. So it all comes from the same place. I don't think the brand name has really anything to do with it, from what I understand in the HCG protocol world. So anyway, that's it. Thank you. Bye.